Do you think you already know everything about Bluey's daughter?
Oh no.
If you go into any fan forum or the YouTube comments, you'll see one name coming up repeatedly: Roxy. But where did that come from? Although the creators of the cartoon have not yet officially confirmed what Bluey's daughter is called, the internet acted fast. Many fans believe that this name makes sense because it perfectly matches the mother's name, which also ends in Y. In addition, there is a theory that the name Roxy makes a reference to her colors, in the same way as Bluey. This is because Roxy's colors are a mix of classic blue with darker tones that turn into a bluish gray. This name also makes sense because it is a nickname for Roxanne, which means little star or dawn. If you really are a Bluey fan, you should know that she is a rainbow baby, which is what a child born after the mother has lost a child is called. Bluey's name would also have been inspired by this. So, it makes sense that her daughter's name would also have something to do with the sky. Regardless of whether it is Roxy or not, the fact is that this name caught on so much that it is already hard to imagine her being called anything else. Want to know more about the future daughter of one of the most beloved characters in the world? Then stay here because another zigzag is starting. The episode's surprise was a roller coaster of emotions, but the last seconds were what really left everyone jaw-dropping. The scene happens in the blink of an eye. Bluey, now an adult and with an appearance that is the perfect mix of Chili and Bandit, enters her childhood home. But what no one expected was what came right behind her. A small puppy, full of energy, strategically hides behind the door. At the moment when Bandit, now a grandpa with little white fur, is going to close the door, he hears the sound of his granddaughter's toy, which reminds him of the toy that Bluey used to shoot balls at him with when she was a child.
Oh no.
This moment was brilliant because it didn't need any words to explain who she was. The attitude, the color, and the way of playing already said everything. Bluey's lineage continued and the fun did not stop. It was an ending that no one imagined, but that everyone loved, for being a way to continue the Healer family that we like so much. But who is going to be Roxy's father? This is, without a doubt, the biggest discussion among fans since the episode went on the air. Since the little puppy has very specific markings, people started to analyze every single pixel to figure out who the father is. On one side, we have Team Mackenzie. Why? Because the puppy has little white spots and a fur pattern that looks very much like a border collie, besides the floppy ear, which would be a perfect inheritance from her father. Besides that, Bluey and Mackenzie have always had a very strong connection since they were little. On the other side, we have Team Jean-Luc, the Labrador that Bluey met at the campground. A lot of people root for him because their reunion in adolescence was one of the most romantic moments of the series. However, the puppy's genetics seem to scream border collie to many observers. There are even crazier theories, but Mackenzie and Jean-Luc lead the bets. The coolest thing is that the creators left this open, making us use our imagination to decide which love story Bluey lived. This doubt about who the father is was fueled by her appearance, which gives room for both theories. And, in case you don't know, this was intentional. But before we get into this subject, comment #Team Mackenzie or #Team Jean-Luc so we can know who you think is Roxy's father. If you looked at Roxy and got confused trying to decide who she looks like, congratulations! You fell into the perfect trap! The character's design was millimetrically planned to be a true genetic puzzle. On one side, she has those little white spots on her chest and on her paws that are the trademark of Mackenzie and of border collies. On the other, the color of some other details keeps alive the flame of those who root for Jean-Luc, since she could very well be a mix of Healer with Labrador. And here comes the behind-the-scenes secret. Joe Brumm himself, the creator of Bluey, revealed that he asked the animators to create a look that was a perfect mix of the three. He did not want to give a definitive answer. The goal was precisely to play with the fans' imagination and leave everyone debating. It was an artistic decision to keep the mystery and allow each person to choose their favorite ending. That is, Roxy was designed to be a mirror of our own theories, proving that Joe Brumm loves to see the internet detective community working at full speed. At the end of the episode, the tool chosen for the surprise was a ball launcher or foam dart blaster. This may seem like a small detail, but it says a lot about Bluey's daughter's personality. She is not the type who just says, "Hi." She likes to make an impact, to turn an ordinary arrival into an epic event. This shows that she grew up in an environment where creativity and play are encouraged. exactly like Bandit and Chili did with Bluey and Bingo. The use of the toy is also a direct reference to the theme of the episode, Surprise, where Bluey asks Chili what it is like to have children while she plays at attacking Bandit with the ball launcher. The fact that Bluey's daughter uses the same concept to attack Grandpa shows that the traditions of play in the Healer family are passed from mother to daughter. Or would they be daughters? One of the biggest questions that remained in the air is, will Roxy be an only child? Or will Bandit and Chili get more than one grandchild to mess up the house? If we look at the success of Bluey, the show proved to the entire world that female protagonists work extremely well. The partnership between Bluey and Bingo is the heart of the cartoon, and many people believe that for Roxy's story to be complete, she also needs a sister. After all, having a sister in the Healer universe means having a partner in crime for the craziest games, but also someone to have those silly fights over a toy. It is these conflicts and the making up afterward that make the stories so real. If Roxy has a sister in the future, the legacy of the series remains firm and strong, ensuring that the lessons about sharing, competing, and loving a sibling continue to be the foundation of everything. After all, life becomes much more exciting when you have someone to be your dynamic duo. Now, if you want to be our dynamic duo, click the subscribe button and be part of our channel. The appearance of Bluey's daughter generated a wave of questions about the future of the cartoon. Will the 4th season be entirely set in the future? We have no way of knowing, but this little glimpse opened incredible doors. Now we know where the story can arrive. This gives the creators the freedom to show more moments of Bluey's growth, knowing that the audience has already accepted and loved her adult version. There are rumors that we may see episodes that occasionally jump through time, or perhaps a spin-off series focused entirely on Bluey's daughter. The fact is that the series proved that it is not afraid to take risks and to show that time passes. This makes each current episode even more valuable, because now we know that every lesson Bluey learns today is helping her become the incredible mother that we saw in the future. For sure, she will have many stories to tell her daughters. If you think Bluey was the master of mischief when she was little, you'd better get ready, because her daughter seems to be on another level. In the short time she appeared on screen, it was already possible to notice that her temperament is an explosive mix. While the original Bluey was very talkative and acted on impulse, this new puppy proved to be a true playtime ninja. Think about it. She had the patience to stay there, hidden behind the door, waiting for the perfect timing for the attack. Many fans are theorizing that she inherited Chili's strategic intelligence, but with that pinch of controlled chaos that only those who are part of the Healer family understand. She does not seem to be the type of child who simply follows the rules of the game. She seems to be the one who invents the rules and still creates traps for the opponents. Her look before scaring Bandit is the look of someone who executed a perfect plan and knows she will come out victorious. If she is half of what this surprise attack showed, the next generation will be focused on epic missions, high-level competitions, and far-fetched plans that will always leave the adults one step behind. But what about you? Do you like the idea of Bluey growing up and becoming a mother?